Did you make that supercut yourself? That's dope.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another indie. And hey, we got a good one for you guys today. We got a good one for y'all today. You can't see the homie yet. You can't see him yet, but I got my homie Bloodi Knuckles in here. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, people, man? It's good to be here. I know you've been talking about wanting to do this for a little while, so it's good for us to finally be on it. And who else would you ask but the resident anime king, right?
Exactly. So I asked y'all in the chat in former streams, what do y'all want me to do? You want an actual anime podcast, or do you want episodes throughout the week that have pretty much just an anime segment? So that's what we're doing today. I'm excited for this one. We're going to be talking about My Hero Academia. Season is over. We're going to recap that. The homie Bloodi has seen the My Hero Academia movie. I have not, so we're going to have a sort of non-spoiler sort of overview of that from him, plus some other anime news, and we also have quick hitters for y'all. So let's go ahead without just making more waste of your time. Let's just go with the quick hitters. All right, quick hitters. So we only got 4 quick hitters for y'all. 4 quick hitters for y'all, man. Fake mate. Let me get into a hentai stream. Nah, we're cool. We're good. We're G-O-O-D on that one, bruh.
I got you on that one. We'll do that after dark.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, quick hitter news. This is some video game and some fun news. So Overwatch, everybody loves the game Overwatch, right? Came out in 2016, and it's been it's done pretty well. It's a pretty big game, and so now Lego and Blizzard are teaming up to make Overwatch Legos. This is actually kind of cool for me. I'm actually pretty cool with this. What's going on, dumb guy? What's going on, Salt? It's actually pretty cool. I actually like this idea. I really it makes me feel like a kid again. I might actually buy some of these Overwatch Legos. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really not. I'm really not. My kids already make a mess, but you know what? I'm probably just gonna go ahead and buy them. So yes, you gave me the news last night, but that was last night, not today and not yesterday. So what's going on, Salty? I see you in here, aka he called me a fraud. I am the fraud. But either way, I probably will be getting some Overwatch Legos. Next bit of the quick hitter news. So check this one out. Nintendo confirms 3 more NES games coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Now these are not as big as the first 20. You're gonna get open tournament golf. So there you go. If you like golf, you're gonna get Solomon's Key and Super Dodgeball. I mean, I might play Dodgeball. Solomon's Key, I know, is pretty niche. I know it's niche, so I know that people are gonna be happy about that one. But for me, I already told y'all what I want, and that's Super NES games and 64 games and everything else. So if they make that happen, I'll be more inclined to be happy. Next bit of more quick hitter news. Nintendo is having a Splatfest come up October 19th. This one's going to be Halloween themed. It's going to be called Splatoween. Isn't that just a great name? Isn't that just good? Anyway, Splatoween going live October 19th. I might stream it. I might go Splatfest. The only way I'm really going to play Splatfest is if you guys ask me to. And if people in the Discord are like, hey, let's play Splatfest. Okay, we'll do it. But you guys already know that I'm kind of not really exactly fond of Splatoon at the moment with the cheaters and all that stuff. It's really frustrating. So there you go. Tony Turbo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, Brett. And we got Stitch in here. Just saw that new Splatoon gear, but I have to buy this damn online. Look, I'll play some Splatoon with you, dog. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of Splatoon right now. It's shaky, but I might be in it for the gear. And so we're gonna move on real quick to the last bit of quick hitter news, and this would have been big show news, but doing anime today, quick hitter news. There's a rumor going around that Rocksteady, who made Batman, the Arkham Knight series, what would that be? So Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, all that stuff. Apparently, there's a rumor that they're gonna make a Justice League game. So this is big news for me. I'm actually hyped for this one. I don't know if anybody else is hyped for this one. Bloodi, you hyped for this one? If it's true,
Oh, absolutely. I do love what Rocksteady does. I know people are gonna have mixed feelings on DC, but I'm always open to new things.
Yes, me too. So this is going to be great if this is true. It feels like right now Rocksteady and WB Games taking some hits with these leaks and these rumors coming out. With the Harry Potter game that got leaked, and apparently that's going to be real because they took all that stuff down. I mean, I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, but that one's not supposed to be from Rocksteady. That's supposed to be from Avalanche.
Yeah. So, but regardless, these two getting their little, leaks out. But regardless, there you go. Quick hitter news. Splatfest called Splatoween. Have fun with that. 3 NES games. Rocksteady might be making a Justice League game, and of course, Overwatch Legos. Who doesn't want Overwatch Legos? I want to build a big diva like you would in a Millennium Falcon. What about you? Bloody? What would you want to do with Overwatch Legos?
Nothing, because I'm not an Overwatch person.
He said nothing because he's not an Overwatch person. This dude is whack. He is a fraud.
The only one I would care for, honestly, is Zarya, because I always liked Zarya when the game first came out. That was who I played a lot of.
This man said Zarya.
You're damn right. If she can't crush your head between her thighs, is she even trying?
I don't know. Regardless, there you go. Overwatch Legos. So now we're about to get into Conga Line. Monkey, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by, bro. Yes, hit that like button. We got 12 people in here. Spread the word. Today's going to be our special anime edition. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Anime Wednesday. Let's go. Yeah, I made that myself, guys. It's pretty whack, but I think it's pretty. Regardless, there you go. Y'all saw it. Anyway, there we go. What's going on, everybody? Now you can see him. Monkey, not Monkey. Why am I saying Monkey first? Bloodi Knuckles in the house. There he is. What's going on, man?
What's going on with you, Nick, man? I gotta say, I like the background. It's better than anything I could have done. As you've seen in some of my videos, my background is all over the place.
Salt says, anime, I'm out. Don't blame me, Salt. Don't blame me. It's not your cup of tea. But like I said, I asked people in the chat.
Salty, hating.
Look, I asked people in the chat, what do they want? Do they want podcast or an episode to Wednesdays? Guess what? Wednesdays is going to be it. We appreciate y'all for stopping by. So let's go ahead. Let's just start with you, Bloody. What have you been watching? Let's just start with what you've been watching.
Oh, man. What have I been watching? Keeping up with Overlord right now, because season 3 is getting really interesting. I'm finishing up most of what's been coming out from the summer season, so Cells at Work. I just started catching up on how not to summon a demon lord. Catching up with some of the things I've missed from the past few seasons. I recently just watched Recovery of an MMO Junkie, and oh my god, it's so sweet. I love it. It's so good.
Have you seen that anime called Is It Okay to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon or whatever? Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah. Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon?
Whatever.
Yes.
My buddy at work swears by it. I'm not.
I'll say this. Some of these animes that are coming out, they're misnomers. Don't take what they say at face value, because it's a really good anime. Okay. And it's fun. It has some fan service and ecchi, but it's mainly around. But it's not excessive like a lot of others that I recommend, like High School DxD, my favorite.
My favorite is Food Wars, but whatever.
Yeah, Food Wars is another big one. But no, Don Machi's really good. It actually has a film coming out either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and it actually recently got confirmed for a second season, like years down the line. So it's one I definitely recommend.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you did you brought back the Smash. Well, it was that you guys were on a bit of a hiatus. You brought back the Smash podcast. What's going on, Smash JT? Speaking of Smash, he shows up. Smash JT, what's going on, bruh? So you guys brought back the Smash podcast Saturday. Y'all had you guys are back in business. Talking about all that good nerdy anime stuff. What news did you guys talk about real quick over that podcast? Because everybody missed, to let the people know all that stuff and what you guys normally talk about. But what news was in there that you like to talk about?
Okay, so one of the biggest things that I had brought up first was the fact that if anyone hadn't seen it, because it was probably back in April, there was a live action film of Tokyo Ghoul, a live action adaptation that was actually really well done. The animation, the visuals captured the aesthetic. They didn't try to do too much with the story. It was a well done. Well, they recently announced that it's getting a sequel film, so they're going to do a second Tokyo Ghoul film, which I'm actually looking forward to, because with the way that the first one was done, I know some of the changes they made, but if they can continue with doing what they're doing, I have real good hopes for the sequel, because the first one actually gave me a lot of positive thoughts on how that one was going to be doing.
Yo, well, I just finished Re, and I'm still confused. I'm still confused with Re.
It's okay on that one, and I'll say this because of the fact that with Re, they tried to squeeze the most of the story from Re, which is like 170 some odd chapters, into basically like 13-14 episodes, and they had to do a lot of major course correcting after how far left Route A went from straying from the manga where the first season was going so well.
Man, I actually liked A. Sorry, I actually liked A. It was confusing, but I actually liked A. So I don't know.
It had its moments. I'll say that the biggest thing was that it had a decent soundtrack, but the opening is still god awful. But
no, it's not.
No, Route A's opening is horrible.
Actually, great. But regardless, moving on. Moving on. All right. So My Hero Academia is probably the biggest anime out right now. And so there was a movie that came out this past weekend that I have not yet seen yet. So we are not going to spoil anything for myself. I plan on going to see it if I can. I'm pretty sure like all the theaters in my small town have like just kicked it out already. But I'm gonna try to see it by any means necessary. You texted me immediately after you got out of the theater was like, it's like 9 out of 10, bro. You need to go see this movie. 9 out of 10. So let the people know.
That sounds about right.
A non-spoiler sort of thing like about this movie.
The words I'm trying to find to without going into details, because first off is I don't think it's in theaters anymore, because I know it was just a limited run through Funimation's thing, because it was like the 26th to the 2nd of October. So like yesterday was the last day. And I saw it again last night because I had to see it again.
This man.
But the film was just so well done. It had the scenes that you would expect out of it. They were well executed. There was so much interaction among the characters and gave a lot more character development for some of them, because we got to see a little bit more of their personality. Like Yagirozu and Jiro had a couple scenes where they got to shine off and show off their personalities, and I love it because just every little bit an interaction among the class is always so nice to see. Like I've told you multiple times that Jiro is my sweetheart and I love her, and seeing her and some of the scenes in that is just hilarious because of the way she like interacts with like Denki and Minata, and she's the only one who's like on them. But it was great, and seeing a lot more of All Might's past, and then seeing how they wrote in his sidekick with David Shield, and then how that all tied into the story of MHA. The best thing about it, though, was that we did find out where the movie takes place within the context of the actual lore and story of the show, as well as the manga.
Where does that take place?
It takes place just before the start of season 3, because it's literally right as summer vacation starting, so it's right before the training camp.
Okay, because I know that they did that little filler episode. They sort of introduced the movie, but I didn't know where they would have placed that, so they placed it right before summer camp. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. They explained that because as you've seen in a couple scenes where Melissa, David's daughter, and this is in the trailer where she gives Deku that little like gauntlet or whatever. The movie explains why he has it, but why it doesn't make an appearance in the show or anything else later on. So you're just like, oh, he got that because, he keeps fucking up his arms. But it's just like, oh, that's why it's only in the film.
There you go. Let's see what people are saying here in the chat. Fake Mate says Venom movie greater than My Hero Academia movie. Stop lying, sir. Please stop.
Sir, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. This film is great. Now, I'm not saying the Venom movie's bad. Everyone else is. I'm gonna wait until at least Saturday when I go see it before I make any sort of statement on that. But don't kid yourself. Don't even go there.
There you go. So let's see here. Jakes is all talking about My Hero. Yes, we are talking about My Hero. And speaking of which, let's just go ahead and talk about season 3. And so if you haven't seen the whole season 3, which you should have already seen it by now, but if you haven't seen the whole season 3, yes, we might slip some spoilers in there. We're going to try our best to talk about certain things without talking about certain things, if that's possible, which is probably impossible. So just you guys are warned there. Okay, I'm going to say this. To me, we've only had 3 seasons, so I can't be like, this is the best season ever, but it's probably my second favorite season. I know there are so many good arcs, and there's so many good details, and so many good stories within the season, whether it was starting with the camp and the League of Villains invading camp, to the All for One, to them training to figure out their ultimate attacks, to the test, to all that stuff. Like, I know there was so much stuff packed in here, but I still love season 1 the most. I'm sorry, I really do. Like, season 1 was the reason why I watched the show. So I have a love for season 1, but this one was probably the second best out of the 3 seasons so far. What do you think about this season?
This season, I really liked this season. I would honestly say that this one was a little bit slower than the past 2 seasons, and that's not a bad thing. They did really need to tone down certain things, and yeah, we can kind of say, well, they did a bunch of story arcs within the 2 parts of season 3, which they did, but they slowed down a lot of what was going on and did show some more down to earth stuff. Because if you think about season one had everything kind of set right after episode 4 when he first got in and everything, and then it kind of took off running with everything that was setting up for the USJ incident. Then season 2, right out the bat, we had the tournament arc, we had the UA festival, and that was phenomenal because that embodies what makes a great tournament arc in a shonen, because every shonen does a tournament arc and only very few can do it right. Yeah, because everyone has been chasing. Everyone's been chasing the precedent that was set by Yu Yu Hakusho with the Dark Tournament, and the only anime that's done a really good tournament arc was My Hero and then Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. So yeah, you're right there. Exactly, and I mean the fights in season 2 were great. The thing that made season 3 a little bit slower than the others was just because of the fact that they had to do a lot more world building. We saw what's going on with the provisional license exam. We saw more about where One for All came from, and how Nana passed it on to All Might and got more of that. Then we had the All for One fight with All Might and how that all played into it. And then, of course, we had the training camp and seeing more of the other classes. And now we're starting to see the other schools with what we got in the provisional license exam and stuff like that. Right. So we're seeing a lot of world building. While it wasn't constantly boom, 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 fight like we did in season 2, the fights that did come around were well done. The Deku versus Muscular was amazing. Yes, it was amazing. That one had me hyped, dude. Literally that whole scene with him and Muscular, and then the boy, with Coda, Coda, and just seeing how it all played. It had me teary, bro. It had me straight teary. I couldn't even think of anything. As soon as that started going, you start hearing Coda talking in the background, looking at him, had the music and everything. I was just like, oh, it's so good. Why is it so good? But we had that.
I was gonna say my favorite part of season 3 has to be at the end with Deku versus Bakugo Part 2.
Yes, the fight for respect. Yes,
the fight for respect, and the fight for them to be actual real rivals. Like, yes, that had to be my favorite one. Yes, the All for One fight. There was so much emotion in that. There was so much emotion in that, and I mean, yes, I understand that. But that Deku Bakugo fight was legit. But I mean, going over everything, like I said, from arc to arc to arc. I mean, this season was packed full of just meat, a lot of, like you said, building to what's coming up next, which is, well, apparently next season's looking to get dark real fast. I don't know how I take that so far. I don't know if I'm ready for that, dude. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for it to get as dark as, well,
it is going to go hard really quickly, and that's why season 3 was a little slow, because 4 is going to set up a lot. 4 is going to drag out a little bit because of the fact of that 4 is going to drag out just a little bit because it is going to have a little bit more world building and stuff like that. There's going to be a couple things, but that's because it's going to set up for what's going to go big later on in the season, which is going to make it go 0 to 100 real quickly. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. I know a lot of people want constant action all the time, but I think Horikoshi's pacing with the story, the way that he's kind of built the universe, and with the studio that with who's doing the animation for My Hero, is great, because the pacing in the story is very realistic. They don't draw out chapters unnecessarily.
Yes, I do appreciate
so like
that.
each episode is a couple chapters, and it fills that roughly in a realistic time frame. It's not, like 5 minutes pass in Dragon Ball Z and it's like 10 episodes later. It's like, the hell? Like, honestly.
Hold on. Fake Mate says, what's the point in watching a show that already told us that Deku would end up being the #1 hero? Because you want to see the journey to get there.
Exactly.
You want to see the journey to get there. Like, that's gonna be the best part. Like, he's not the #1 hero yet. I mean, he's still pretty weak compared to a lot of people. I mean, Real Mate, you haven't gotten to the end of the season yet, but you're gonna find out at the end of the season, whenever they start showing like the top 3 students of UA, that they got a long way to go. You're gonna see that. Like, sorry, spoiler alert, but you're gonna see that and you're gonna be like, okay, man, like, yeah, they got a long way to go. Yeah, Deku's, and when you see the abilities of some of these top 3 heroes, and just in the school,
okay,
just in the school, not even of the world, just the school.
I had to call him out on this one because he said people don't care about the climb, we care about the outcome. That's not true, because if that was true, then we wouldn't get through Naruto, because we had to watch that boy start from the absolute bottom of the barrel and become the Hokage. Right, that was the outcome.
And not even just anime, Star Wars, like, people watched episode 1 through 3 and we already knew what was going to happen. We already knew that Anakin was going to turn to Darth Vader and slash and hack all these kids, Jedi kids. Like, we knew it was going to happen. So, yeah, people do like to see the climb. People do like to see success in the story. And I mean, that's what this anime brings. But like I was saying, dude, like, just keep watching, because whenever you start to see where these kids go, like, you start to see these top 3, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, dude, Deku and the crew got a whole long way to go. A long way to go. And so, yeah, season 4, like I said, man, I don't know if I'm ready for it to go like that dark, dude. I'm just like, yes, I understand 3 was slow and it was sort of a build up, but you said it's gonna turn fast. My thing is like, oh man, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. You're
not ready for it because you haven't even seen Overhaul yet. When you want to talk about you want to talk about broken, Overhaul is gonna be something. He's Yakuza for a reason. He's Yakuza for a reason.
It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. So there you guys go. My Hero Academia.
Did you want to talk about that? Did you want to talk about that finale a little bit? I mean, it's been a few days. I mean, if they haven't seen it by now, then what are they doing?
Okay, so the finale, like you said, it introduces the top 3 students, which, by the way, I forgot that dude's name already, but the dude that can slip through the floor,
Mirio Lemillion,
is ridiculous, dude.
Oh
ridiculous, dude. That boy is going to be it. That boy's going to be like it. Like I don't know.
I told you this from the beginning that when you saw the very end, because I've known about Lemillion for a while,
right?
And that's his hero name, but Mirio. I told you when you saw him, he could body whole classes for a reason. He was the original successor to All Might for a reason, and you could see why.
Yeah, he was bodying kids. I mean, this what's going on, Akuma? Thanks for stopping by, bro. So, like, here's the deal, man. The season finale was a great way. I feel like it was a good way to end it because they showed you where Deku and Class 1A has to go. They show where they're going, where they're headed. They all have the provisional license. They saw what the top 3 can do. Now they know where they got to go. But now they're creating this crisis because they got to get there, but the storm is brewing, and it's about to get nuts. It's about to get nuts.
I can already tell you this, and this is just from the last thing, is that Mirio is going to take a liking to Deku because of the fact that they literally are the same way. If you saw how he taught himself to predict everything and how Deku knew immediately where he was going to be, he's just like, I like him. And as you saw when he first showed up, he's just like, hey, you're the energetic student. I like you. And then just disappeared. It's just like, what?
Akemate says Deku is weak right now. I want to see him be OP. I mean, we may see that later.
Well, he's the losing hero for a reason, and I like it. It breaks away from the typical OP like shonen MC trope. Yeah, that's why I give this show a lot of props. Is that
Goku you need to see?
Exactly right. I want to see the main character lose now and then, or if he does win, he has to give up a lot for it.
There's another anime out there that's fairly new, Black Clover, where I like it, but I'm getting tired of seeing the main character win all the time. Like all he does is win. He's singing that song. All I do is win, win, win. Like it gets old. If people are only anime watchers, they're not ready yet. Akuma, I'm only an anime watcher. I am strictly only an anime watcher, and I know there's a storm coming, and I've heard people try to tell me without telling me, but I know there's something coming. I know if it makes
you feel any better, Nick, I was only an anime watcher, and I was already guessing things that were coming up in the story when I was talking with G, and he's just like, man, you a fraud. He's like, you say don't say nothing, but you already over here knowing what's gonna happen.
Hey, so man, that's just you and your knowledge. You watch everything. You can just probably just write an arc
the story
yourself.
Together.
Yeah, you put the story together through an arc.
But I had to break down and start reading the manga because I'm just like, I can't wait till April. I need it now.
Stop.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Stop. Okay, you get me too hyped. All right. We're moving on. So, all right, it is 6 o'clock, so that means we got to get out of here. I know there's only 6 people watching because everybody's like, anime, we got to bounce. So, is there anybody have any questions in the chat you want to ask about to Bloodi? Because this dude is the legend. He knows anything, everything, anything you want him to recommend. I'm telling you, this dude knows everything. So, no question you ask is probably gonna surprise this dude unless you're crazy. But while we do that, Bloodi, let him know like where they can find you, what you're doing. I got his Fate Mate. Hold on, I got his channel linked in the description if you guys want to subscribe to him. Fake Mate says, what hentais have you been watching? Don't answer that question.
I can't say it on his channel because I'm trying to keep
Yes. You watch Doctor Who in it because Courtney wants to know who is the best doctor and the best companion. Do you watch Doctor Who at all, Bloodi?
I have watched Doctor Who because my roommate is a Whovian.
Oh my gosh, your roommate is awesome.
Yeah. So I've only watched like the later seasons. So like I've only seen like the 8th, 9th, 10th, and some of the 11th Doctor. I didn't see much after that, but I do know about the new one that was announced a while back for the female Doctor.
Yes.
But personally, yeah. But I've always personally said I've liked Tennant the best. I like the 10th Doctor because his personality, his passion for the role was always great.
No.
You like Smith, don't you?
No. Yes. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I was a Smith over Tennant person until Capaldi came around. And I know not a lot of people like Capaldi because he was old. But Capaldi was great as a doctor. I'm sorry.
There was a couple episodes I actually saw with Capaldi that I have to just give it to him. Like my favorite one is, and there's like videos of this one episode. There's so many clips of it. It was him talking to the two people,
to his two
Zygons, about the war, and exactly. That one was just so great. I loved that. I was just like, all right, this dude absolutely deserves all the props in the world. I was like, that's phenomenal.
Yes, Doctor Who is the best. My wife says, we're going to talk about Doctor Who. We might. Hey, look, she agrees with me. Tennant was the best. Yes, I know she does. We fight about this in the house. She knows she's wrong. Tennant was great, but I don't think Tennant was the best.
Courtney, no dinner for him tonight. Just saying.
Y'all just be hating. So either way, no more questions in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and get out this thing. Like I said, check out Bloodi Knuckles. His channel is in the description, and just let him know real quick, like, what you working on, dude.
Right now I am working on a video for a new streaming service that has come out that I do have some thoughts on, that I do want to tell people about, as well as I was recently at an anime con that I'm still trying to talk about a lot of the stuff I did there, with a bunch of pictures that I took of a lot of amazing cosplayers that I saw around, and just trying to get some more stuff, out. Of course, they can also catch the Smash Podcast, my all anime eccentric podcast, as well as we talk all things comics, movies, TV, all that. So you want that, come out there. We're always live Saturdays, 1:30 Central. So please check it out if you want to get your daily or weekly fix of all things and nerdy and geekdom down.
Yes, sir. All right. Fake Man has two more questions. He says, Deku or Goku?
Deku all day. If you said Piccolo or Goku, I would go with Piccolo.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Deku. Sorry, Goku was the man, but I was more of a Piccolo and Vegeta guy anyway, so Deku for sure. And then he says, can we cosplay together? Fake mate.
Only if you respect King Yamcha, because Yamcha's best. I'm just saying.
Jacob says Goku hater. I mean, go ahead and call me Goku hater. Goku's OP, Goku's stupid, Goku is a moron, and I don't respect it. I said it. And with that being said, in the spirit of hate, we getting out of this thing. Thank you once again, Bloodi, for stopping by. We gonna be out this thing. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the best. Peace.
Latest.